Yeah, it's very funny that I'm standing here and to talk to you about events because 2 years ago, when I decided to become location independent and to quit my job, I thought I will never do any event again because I did it for 10 years in different companies. With the age of 20, I worked for a trade fair, a big trade fair company in Cologne. After that, I worked for the online job board Stepstone, also doing event management. So there I did some HR events and fairs, and employer branding seminars, as well as career fairs for job seekers. And yeah, I had really a lot of events all the year. It was really hard, and I traveled through whole Germany. I also really liked the job because it was very challenging all the time. And when I came to Berlin, I changed again my job and worked for Search Metrics. It's also an online company. They do software for search and social analytics. And there I had a marketing job, but still did events and then international. I also did conferences for the company where we invited speakers like even Rand Fishkin from Zeobos or some really well-known speakers from the US. I also traveled to the USA, to Seattle, to New York, did like rooftop events there, and also the known online marketing conferences like SES and SMX. It's in different cities all around the US. Well, I was passionate about events, but I hated the 9-to-5 life. That was my initial problem, and I love to travel. So that's why I decided one day to quit my job. And Markus, he's sitting somewhere there. Yeah. Did the same because otherwise we couldn't have stayed together, maybe. Because I even thought about going on a cruise ship or something. I didn't want to work in an office anymore. Then we started to offer online marketing consulting and building websites, so had nothing to do with events anymore. And even started to automate it, to work with freelancers so that we could scale the sales and just be in contact with the customers to scale it. And this worked very well. And right now, some time later, I did my own events already for my travel book Travelicia. I did some workshop series. And the DNX event about location independency, Digital Nomads Conference, we had two conferences this year, in May and in October, and we will do another one next year, and also an international one. How did it come? It was not planned. When we were traveling, I started a travel blog and also grow the traffic, like you heard before. And this went very well, so I had an audience, and for the workshops another blogger asked me, why don't we offer a workshop for solo female travel? You're good in organizing events, we could do it together. She has a female travel blog. And I said, yes, why not, let's do it. And then we just started to ask our audience, so our newsletter subscribers, our readers, would you be interested in a workshop? And the response was very good. So we asked them everything, like how much would you pay for it, how much are you willing to pay, or where should we do the event. So they decided for Hamburg and Munich. So this was a very good strategy to be sure that it will work out. And for that event we also had really zero costs. I will come to this later. And yeah, the DNX was also not planned. It was just a friend of mine who said, it's so interesting, this location independent topic, and so many people ask me, how do you do it? And we know so many other people doing it, and then we also thought okay, let's do an event. Because for me, because I did it so long time, it's like an institution. I automatically know what to do. It's very easy, and I I still like it. So here you can see the first two pictures above are from the Felicia travel event. And below you see the DNX. It was some weeks ago in Babylon, and we had 350 participants, so it was really big and it was sold out. Well, yeah. Yes, what makes an event successful? I think if you want to do an event, you can do it with every topic. I mean, yeah, you can do events for everything, but the most important thing is not money, it's more really to think about the participants and to make people happy. And I think, yeah, it's not for everyone to do events, and it's not the best business model, I think. But yeah, if you are passionate about it, you can get much out of it. And then the question, is it location independent? Many people ask me. I mean, I think it is, because yeah, the only thing you have to be there is to look for the location. You should look it, yeah, you can't book it in the internet, you should go there because it's very important. It shouldn't be too big, it shouldn't be too small, so the location is very important. And yeah, but yeah, then you can manage it on the road. If you open the ticketing and you do the event online, the program, and you manage everything, it's no problem. So you have to be back like 3 weeks before the event, so that's fine. But it's not really for our work week thing, because yeah, once the event is over, you have to do another one to make profit out of it. So if you really want to have like passive income, you better do like an online course or something. And yeah, it's still hard work, so it's not done like 4 hours a week. But after a while, you have possibilities to outsource parts of it, so you can automate it a bit. Then I have like 6 steps or ideas how to start it lean and not to take the risk to spend too much money, because you have a lot of positions that cost. And if you do it wrong, maybe you don't make any profit and you go into the minus. So that's what was in the presentation before. It's best you have an audience first. You can ask about what they want and to make the event a success. For example, the first year in X, we didn't have workshop, and then the people gave the feedback, we would like to have workshops the day before. And for the next event we did it, and we also asked them what kind of workshops do you like. We did like 15 possibilities, and yeah, worked it out together with the participants. So then you can make sure that the event will be like the customers wanted. So, and of course you should start at least 6 months ahead, because especially the locations are easily booked out, and if you have no time, it can cost you a lot. Then you have to choose a location that is more expensive because you don't have any more a choice. Then of course you have to calculate your break-even, and I mean you should calculate the minimum costs your event has and how many participants you will need, of course, to get the break-even, and you should try to come to the break-even as soon as possible. And thereafter, when you have then money left, more or less, you can spend in more specific details like better catering, more drinks, a photographer or something, so you can make sure that you don't go into the minus. And also a good thing is to offer early bird tickets, and you can see as soon as possible how many tickets you will sell. So It's also good to have an option on several locations, because you never know how many people it will be in the end. And yeah, if you have 3 people in a 100 person location, it looks very uncomfortable. Then I suggest you always to try to bargain, because all the catering and locations and stuff, they send out many offers a week or a day, and sometimes they don't really check all the positions, and there's always space to bargain. Yes, and sometimes you have like one location and you have to take the drinks of them, but the drinks are very expensive, so you really have to compare very well. A very good thing is to do bartering deals. For the event I told you from Felicia, we did it in the 25-hour hotel in Hamburg, and they gave us the room for free, and we promoted them on our blog, on social media. We did a video for them, and we got the room completely for free. They even sponsored the drinks for us, but we also mentioned the drinking sponsors in our blog post, so this is really perfect. And sometimes it's also good if you plan the first event like plus minus zero profit, and then you have more marketing material for the next event. For the ticketing, yeah, you know maybe services like Eventbrite or Amiando, but they are quite expensive. You have to pay a commission, and you don't get your money very early. Sometimes you get it after the event, or if you're lucky and bargain a bit with them, you get a part of it before. But you can make it much more easier just with Google Doc or PayPal. But then you have to send out like a confirmation and the invoice by MailChimp. It's if you do a really, really big event, it's better to invest in Amiando, because it saves so much time to automate the ticketing. Yeah, and to start cheap, of course, use every online marketing channel. And I mean, yeah, if you have a blog, to promote it on your blog. If you don't have a blog, you can write guest posts or try to get interviews in the right press area. And of course you can use affiliate marketing, so you look who else is writing about location independent working, and you offer them to promote your tickets and get, so the participants get a discount and the affiliate too, for example. Then Facebook is very cool. You can of course make a Facebook event, and as soon as the participants are clicking, it will go, yeah, not viral, but it's very easy also to get some people on Facebook. But you shouldn't forget offline marketing. For that, it's also very easy just to make a flyer or poster, because yeah, you have services like Flyer-Alarm.com, and it doesn't cost really much. You can print 500 flyers for really, I don't know, 20 euro or something. And I think it makes sense to use offline marketing as well. Yeah, and another good option is you can, if you calculate your break-even, you can also say like the event will only take place if we have 20 participants or something. So you assure that you are fine. Yeah, maybe you should just try it. If you are an expert in an area, it's really important that you know much about the topic, of course. That you know your audience very well, and the topic the event is about yourself, because it's hard to find really good speakers. You need a kind of sense, a good sense, what fits and makes the people satisfied, more or less, yeah. I I don't talk so often in English, that's why it's quite hard for me. Yeah, and of course, if you don't have a blog or something, you can just do a landing page with a sign up and try to promote it, or to try to find in the real life other people that could be interested in the topic and to ask them about the event. But yes, I think that's it. And well, here you can see our next two events and my private email address if you want to write me. Well, and if it's a global event, it's supposed to be also in other European cities, but we will start the first one in Berlin because we better know everything around here. Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question before we finish? The big success that you guys had with DNX that I saw was that you guys were able to completely sell out all the tickets ahead of time in like 3 days or something. Would you care to comment on what led to that?
Okay, did everybody understand this question? How did we manage to sell out so quickly? Especially the first event, it was after 3 days. So we launched the website and the ticket sale from Belize and set it up as a workshop here in the Beta House for 20 or 30 people, and this was sold out after 1 hour. And then I was calling at the Beta House and said, hey, people are running here, we have some problems in Belize, we need more space, bigger space. And we get another room, and another room, another room, and then we had the whole floor, first floor, and space for 180 people, and it was sold out after 3 days. So it was a big success, and it was a big story for us to tell the media and to get even more awareness. And we managed it because we have a very good network in the location-independent scene, especially in the German scene. So all of our speakers have big blogs like Sebastian from Off the Pass, or Conny Gesalski, or with Planet Backpack, or Tim from Earth City. And all of our speakers were our affiliates. So they promoted the event, they told their audience, I'm there, I'm speaking, if you want to get me to know or want to listen to me, please come. And you get 20 euro discount from me, and every affiliate got a commission from us. So it was a win-win for all people, and yeah, I think this worked quite well, and the topic is very hot, especially in Germany.
More questions?
Mars?
My question is like, before you start the whole project, like how can you make sure that you actually have enough people that pay for it, instead of like thinking, oh, 50 people or 100 people say they're gonna come, they haven't paid for it, and then you organize everything, you put a lot of money on the line, and then you realize ticket sales, people are not that interested because they just said they were, right? Because paying and saying they're interested is a difference. So how can you make sure that you don't ruin yourself when...
Yeah, that's a big difference. But our secret was to start very lean. So we just optioned a room here for 30 people in Beta House, and we didn't buy something special or anything else. So all the stuff that we bought afterwards, like more technique or better stage or better light or video or photographer, we just bought these items when we had the money, or to be sure that the people come and they pay the tickets.
So you had like a very minimalist first, and then when there was enough demand, you just like made it bigger.
Yeah, and this I think we didn't get stupid and thought too big, like renting a big conference hall for 500 people and no one's coming, so we started very lean. This is what we do with every project we're doing. And it grew bigger and bigger, and then we were thinking about going into a bigger location in May, because it was sold out, and many people were asking us, we also want to come. On purpose we decided to stay in Beta House because it fits like perfect.
And that's why we did another event in October, because the first was sold out and we had still people that wanted to come, so we said, okay, then we split it, we don't go to a bigger location in May, and then that was the decision to do another one. And now we also wanted to do one in August, but then we asked people on Facebook and in our newsletter list, and they said, no, that's too long, you have to do one in May again. So we said, okay, why not? We are in South America now until the ITB fair, like in March, and then we are back again. So for the summer we are also often in Berlin or in Europe. So that's fine just to be here around the event date. So for me it's still location independent compared to the 9 to 5 office.
This was Philly already mentioned in her talk, and also in his talk is you have to speak to your audience, you have to talk to your audience, and we were speaking with our audience and making surveys and said, how much is it worth for you coming to the event? What do you expect from the event? What is your level? What workshop topics would be interesting for you? So when we start to build products now, like our new app we are building for iPhone and Android for digital nomads to get connected, we always first start to speak with the people and say, send us your feature list, what would make you use this app, and I think this is a very big secret.
Of course, it's also good if you are the target group yourself. So in our case, we also are location independent, so we also know what kind of features would we like to have. But still, you can't think of everything. And the more people you ask, the better it is to get an impression if it's good what you are planning or not.
Another question? No? Then? Yeah, one more?
Do you have sponsors or are you only paid for the people?
Sorry,
Do you have companies paying, like sponsoring or something?
Yes, we have some partners. Some partners pay us money. Some partners do bartering deals with us, like the Beta House. They host our workshop or like the get-together on the day before. We get better prices for the Beta House. But we also look that we only take partners that fit to our industry and to our mindset.
If you would do everything again, what would you do different?
Well, you're gonna do it again.
Well, yeah, if you would start again, what would you do different? Like, what's the key
That's a good
learning
question. I don't know. Everything was very intuitive. Like, you know, we were talking
was
with
great.
guys like the speakers, and they had this experience, so we didn't make a big master plan, it was just step by step. I just found this cool event template on ThemeForest, and I told Philly, someday we have to do an event, and then she came back one day drunk from a party with some friends, and they told Philly, you have to do an event about your lifestyle, and said, I have this template, let's do it. So we didn't make a big master plan.
So you would do it earlier?
Maybe, I don't know.